I would request you to please stay on with me. I would like to address these visuals coming in. Of course, Home Minister Amit Shah along with Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis as well as of course Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde have arrived at the cremation ground, which is the Vidya Pratishthan ground for the last rites of Ajit Pawar. Of course, the Union Home Minister is seen sitting besides Union Minister Nitin Gadkari. We can also see the Union Home Minister being flanked by Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis as well. There's also, of course, Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde as well. People are paying their last respects to Ajit Pawar right now, who will be cremated, of course, with full state honors. We can see his supporters, his supporters raising slogans, showing that actually Ajit Pawar was a people's leader. They are, of course, saying Ajit Dada Amar Rahe. All right, sir, with that I would like to come across to you, sir, Mr. Vijay Pokhrana, author and columnist. Sir, of course, Ajit Pawar did serve as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra for six times, and it was across various governments, whether it was the government of Prithviraj Chavan or the government of Devendra Fadnavis as well as Uddhav Thackeray, cutting across political spectrums, of course. In light of all of this, how do you assess, Ajit Dada Pawar's legacy going forward?
Megha, first of all, thank you for giving me a new name. For my actual name is Yuvraj, not Vijay. And in Maharashtra's politics, what we all are missing is the woods for the trees. In the state of Maharashtra, the cooperative movement is not just an economic system. It is the very backbone of the political power. Maharashtra's cooperative lobby, as in the sugar lobby, the cooperative banks, and the milk cooperative lobby, have long been a nursery of political leaders that have given the nation tall leaders like the late Ajit Dada or the master himself, Mr. Sharad Pawar. So it will be interesting to see what this cooperative lobby decides, where this cooperative lobby stands for. Will it be Sunetra Tai, which I feel has the highest possibility and chances positively, or will it be the other faction? Is for the time to tell us. But now, coming to your question, Ajit Dada is by far the biggest product of this cooperative lobby. So via these cooperatives, he has always been grounded to the poorest of the poor, to the most downtrodden, to the person standing in the last queue. So as one of the panelists earlier said, and I also agree with him, I will not deem Mr. Ajit Dada as the Ayaram Gayaram. He had to be in power. He had to be controlling, administrating the system so that he can usher in reforms for his people, for the people of Maharashtra, and for the state in toto. So yes, he was always a master in coalition dharma. He was brass. He was not a very soft-spoken person. He was very brass because he was connected to the people. He had to maneuver the administration, if I may say so. He was not here to please some bigger leader. He was not here to please the media people. So yes, he had to be in power, and he had somehow mastered the coalition dharma, the art of maneuvering, and that's why he was comfortable even with the MVA and with the Congress party. He was very much comfortable with the India Alliance and the NDA Alliance. So yes, it was Ajit Dada Pawar for us. I have no qualms in admitting that he was with every political spectrum as comfortable as today. But that was him. So I don't deem fit to comment anything against the one who is not with us. Over to you, Mita.
Sir, Mr. Yuvraj Pokrana, first of all, sincerest apologies. Secondly, I would kindly request you to stay on with me. I would like to go across to Mr. Venkat Narayan. Sir, of course, uh, the funeral now of Ajit Pawar will, begin shortly. Of course, people have gathered to pay their last respects. Now, coming to the man himself, he served as the Deputy Chief Minister 6 times. That's, I think, the longest anybody has ever served as a Deputy Chief Minister. Six times in, various governments, whether it was the government of Prithviraj Chavan or the BJP government under Devendra Fadnavis, or even the Shiv Sena UBT. He was also part of the the Thackeray led government. Sir, in light of all of this, how do you exactly assess the political legacy of this towering figure going forward?
Well, Meda, his life's ambition, at least for the past quarter century, was to become the chief minister of Maharashtra. He did that for 90 hours, but that experiment collapsed. That's a different matter. But there is no question that here was a man, Ajit Pawar Dada or Ajit Dada Pawar or whatever you like to call him. He was a people's leader. He primarily concentrated all his efforts for the welfare of the people of Maharashtra. He did not entertain any national ambitions. Whereas Mr. Sharad Pawar, who was a chief minister in Maharashtra, moved to the center. He was with the Congress when on the question of Sonia Gandhi becoming the prime minister. He left the party and formed his own NCP. And Mr. Sharad Pawar's current Rajya Sabha membership expires on the 2nd of April this year, and he has said that after he ceases to be a member of the Rajya Sabha, he will not take any interest in politics at all. So it is reasonable to assume that he will cease to be a force to reckon with, as it is once the party symbol was given to Ajit. The number of people who are now with MLAs with the Sharad Pawar faction is barely a dozen, even though he has about 8 MPs in the Lok Sabha, so on and so forth. So it seems to me that in view of the respect Ajit Pawar gained by working for the people for the past 3 decades or whatever, his widow Sunetra, who is now 62, could possibly take his place in the cabinet as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And I will not be surprised if Supriya Sule, who is 56 and concentrated only on national politics, will reconcile herself to the fact, given that the number of MLAs with her being barely a dozen, reconciling to the leadership of Sunetra Pawar at this point of time. So I would reckon that the majority of the MLAs who are with Ajit Pawar will continue in the government led by Fadnavis, and I do not see any internal disputes at this point of time, because Parth is still very inexperienced. Supriya doesn't have a hold on the local politics. Sunetra has been very active in running an NGO and several other things she has been doing. So it seems to me that she is the clearest, most possible candidate to succeed Ajit Pawar as the Deputy Chief Minister, and the MLAs of that faction deciding to continue to be part of the BJP-led alliance in Maharashtra and in the country. Meda?
All right, sir. Sir, I would please request you to stay on with me. With that, I would like to go across to Advocate Harsh Singh Daya. Sir, of course, Baramati was the place where the Pawar family, it's considered their home turf, of course. Sir, before that, I would like to actually address the live shots on air right now. We can see, of course, the wife of Ajit Pawar, Sunetra Pawar, right there paying her respects to her husband. We can also see that, you know, there's Supriya Sule right there trying to condole her at this point. There are also the sons of Ajit Pawar, both Jay Pawar as well as both of his sons, of course, are also present at the moment, paying their last respect at this moment. All right, sir, coming back to you. Of course, Baramati was, you know, the Pawar family bastion. And now with the loss of Ajit Pawar, do you actually think that this will further, you know, this will actually, you know, weaken the party in Baramati and, Western Maharashtra?
Not at all, Medaji. In fact, I guess the Pawar family will emerge even stronger after this because there would be a wave of sympathy with the family. So whoever decides to contest from this seat or from any of the neighboring seats, they would have a large benefit of the sympathy going with them. And it's natural because the Pawar family has done a lot for that region in terms of agriculture, in terms of industries, in terms of overall development. Baramati has been a stronghold of the Pawar family, and I feel it will continue to be so. And in fact, not just Baramati, but this sympathy wave would help NCP overall as well. And like Mr. Venkatji was mentioning, I also feel that all the MLAs of Ajit Pawar's faction will stay with the BJP coalition and they will stay in the government, and it is most likely that Sunetra Pawarji will take the role of leadership within NCP, and she will emerge as a strong persona in Maharashtra politics now, and people, because of sympathy and because of work done by Pawar family, they will align with Sunetra Pawarji quite a lot.
All right, so I would please request you to stay on with me. I would like to go across to Mr. A.K. Mishra, senior journalist. Sir, of course, Ajit Pawar has served as Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra 6 times. Going forward, how do you exactly assess his legacy, political legacy, given the fact that, he had served as the Deputy Chief Minister in various governments, cutting across political lines, whether it was the government of Prithviraj Chavan or the government of Devendra Fadnavis, as well as Eknath Shinde and also Uddhav Thackeray?
See, of course, he claims his political career claims that he is the longest serving deputy chief minister, as well as different kind of variety of portfolio he has managed from ground to state level politics, as well as you can say the little bit national level politics. Whatever the experience has been gained by himself after Sharad Pawar, I think in NCP, in entire leadership, it is at most on peak level. No other NCP leader can compete. Even if we talk about the Supriya Sule, definitely she may have certain kind of the limitation. So whatever all these, you can say the legacy as well as the capacity as well as the experience, definitely it must has been passed to his wife as well as his first son. He is also very much active in politics. So I think just after few days, this is only the matter of few days, this will be the demand from the politics as well as need of the time, as well as even I hope that the opposition's leaders or party, even BJP and all these things, they can also encourage, especially for his wife. His wife, of course, she is running NGO, but she is very much also active, and she must be having each and every micro level of the detailing of the, you can say, day-to-day basis detailing based on the, you can say, the personal sharing experience of the Ajit Pawarji. It is at most required that even the family, if family is saying that no, we are not interested, it is the demand of the time, that time will force them to get activated in the politics. Even the second son, who is not very much active in politics and taking care of his own business and keeping himself away from the political limelight, I think that he will also come because of the type of burden, political burden of political responsibility, whatever it is coming over the family. It is required that all these 2 3 members should get activated immediately and should be lead the party from the front. The second most important thing that Sharad Pawar, that Ajit Pawar was only a politician for especially for the political dominance. He never used the politics, you can say, divide and rule type of the politics. Even he was playing basic structure of his political career was Maratha politics, but even he never uttered, never used some such kind of the words likewise Mumbaikar versus other, or you can say the Marathi versus Bihari or Marathi versus UP. I don't remember that in any election he made all some such kind of the words or matter as a political issue, as a political symbol. This is the greatness of his political personality. And while we are saying that so many parties, they are having only one and one agenda: Mumbaikar versus outsider, Marathi versus outsider, Marathi Manus. He was a true Marathi Manus. Maratha land, particularly Pune and all these areas, from his birth as well as the family as well as the ancestor. But even he never. It shows that not only he was not making any kind of the difference that Mumbai was welcoming to each and everyone, and whatever politics he did, his vision was only depending on this thing, that whatever whoever is coming to the Maharashtra is coming to the Mumbai, he was always welcoming to each and everything. All these cultures should be handled immediately. It is requirement of the time that his wife should lead, should come out, as well as the all these 2 sons, whatever they are matured enough, and very soon I hope that they will join the politics and they will handle each and everything. Because of only Supriya Sule cannot handle national as well as the, you can say, the local politics, especially on ground level politics. It will be very much difficult if his wife or any immediate person from his family, if they are not coming, it will become difficult for NCP. Yes, ma'am, please.
Sir, I would please request you to stay on with me. I would once again like to go back to Mr. Venkat Narayan, who is a senior journalist, of course. Sir, now, you know, we know that this division had, of course, taken place within the NCP. You had the NCP SP and the NCP AP, but the fact was that despite all of this, you know, it seems like the family was always close knit, and you know, this political ambitions per se did not, you know, actually drive much of a wedge between the families. And you know, of course, we're seeing right now that the Pawar family is, of course, united in, you know, and as we can see, of course, also on the screen, a massive sea of people have gathered to pay their last respects to Ajit Dada Pawar. It's also, you know, various senior leaders who've also come to pay their respects, namely Union Home Minister Amit Shah as well as Union Minister Nitin Gadkari also. Sir, but my main point was, of course, the fact remains that was it not that despite the NCP split, the Pawar family was still very close knit?
Yeah, there are two different things, Medha. One is personal family relations, the other is political relations. And you know, Sharad Pawar initially was grooming Ajit Pawar as his successor, but when his daughter grew up and you know, blood being thicker than water, he preferred to back Supriya Sule as his successor, and Ajit Pawar was not very happy about that, and he almost said, how long is Sharad Pawar going to continue as the leading the party without giving a chance to the younger people like me, and so on and so forth. So, but it's all history now. I think the family will continue to stay together as a family, but there are lots of other issues involved: political power, the wealth accumulated over a period of time by the Sharad Pawar faction as well as Ajit Pawar faction, and all these things. So the majority of the people in the NCP MLAs are with the Ajit Pawar faction. It seems to me that his faction will lead. In any case, Mr. Sharad Pawar is 85, his term in the Rajya Sabha expires on the 2nd of April, and he says he won't aspire for one more term, or he is going to say goodbye to politics. That he should be pragmatic now and let the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP, move forward and support Sunetra's candidature for the deputy chief minister. She's not a greenhorn. She's been very actively involved in running NGOs and a textile factory and so on and so forth. And I think that is the best way of going forward, it seems to me, at this point of time, Meda.
But sir, of course, you just mentioned that he would he said that he would rather retire from active politics. But now with the passing of, but that was incumbent on the point that perhaps the reins would go to his nephew Ajit Pawar. But now with his passing, do you not believe that he would actually, what would be more certain is that he would actually come, he would actually become politically active. You've just said that Sunetra Pawar is she's not a greenhorn, but I think the fact remains, of course, is that his daughter Supriya is more involved in national politics, but Sunetra Pawar, I think, does not have that sort of experience or even charisma to take over the reins of the party and bring it forward, really.
Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Pawar would like to maintain his control over the Sharad Pawar faction of the party, and he would love to see his daughter go places. But the hard fact is that the majority of the MLAs are with the Ajit Pawar faction. Unless Sharad Pawar agrees to align with the Ajit Pawar faction and let them continue as a part of the government in Maharashtra, I do not say the things happening the other way, because the MLAs who are with the Ajit Pawar faction, who are in the ruling coalition, they would like to continue, being with the current government in Maharashtra. And Mr. Sharad Pawar has nothing to offer to these MLAs at this point of time. So even though he might like to continue controlling the party and getting MLAs to come to his side, I don't see that happening, because they are part of the government at this point of time. And when you are part of the government to enjoy certain perks and privileges, I do not see Sharad Pawar being able to offer those kind of facilities to the people who are MLAs in the Ajit Pawar faction. So that is highly unlikely to happen, in my opinion, Meda.
Alright, sir, I would please request you to stay on with me. I would like to go across to Advocate Harsh Singh Daya. Sir, would you agree with the fact that, would you agree rather with this opinion that Ajit Pawar remained a chief minister in waiting throughout his political career, considering the fact that there was a widespread belief that eventually it would be him who would occupy the top post?
Medaji, as they say, politics is very uncertain. You never know what's going to happen. And also, I completely agree that he was the chief minister in waiting. He could have, become chief minister anytime, but the circumstances were never truly aligned. But to his credit, he was always in power. Like, no matter which government was there, no matter which faction was ruling Maharashtra, he was always mostly part of the ruling faction. And this tells you a lot about his politics. He was like, there is a concept called realpolitik, wherein, like, more than any philosophy or, any ideology, power matters. Like, how do you grab onto power? How do you stay in power? It could be for various reasons. Like, my co-panelists have put it forward that, like, Mr. Ajit Pawar, like I also believe so, that he wanted to serve his state, he wanted to serve his people. And the only good way to serve people in politics, the best way to serve people in politics is to be in power. When you are in power, you are able to drive these policies, you are able to drive, so many schemes for your people, for your state, and you are able to do good. So to his credit, he was a true politician in that manner, that he always stayed in power, no matter which ideology or which party was running the government at that particular time. And if the circumstances could have been right, he could have become the chief minister earlier on. But as they say, politics is very uncertain, and it will continue to remain so.
All right, sir. I would please request you to stay on with me. I would like to bring back Mr. Venkat Narayan into this conversation again. Sir, of course, Baramati is the Pawar family's pocket borough, and it shaped